Alright, so there are 3 things you might be thinking this video is about, and let me just tell you that 2 of them are wrong. This video is not about why people are bored with Modern Warfare 2, because I've already done that video. This video is not about whether or not Call of Duty is dying, because I'm not stupid enough to make that stupid of a video. This video is about the player base and the community and the level of hype we're seeing surrounding the game. This is about recapturing lightning in a bottle. This is about hype on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube. This is about the community feeling a little bit let down. We're gonna be just generally discussing it, as well as talking about how Infinity Ward, Activision, and Raven could do a lot better to hype us up a lot more. But first thing has to be said first. I don't give a crap about metrics. I don't care if my channel gets less views covering the game. I don't care if the game isn't performing well on Twitch. I don't care if less and less people are watching CDL matches. I don't base my enjoyment of a video game off of how many people are into it. I don't care how popular it is, I don't care how big it is. The only thing I would hope for is for the community that I'm trying to involve myself in, the player base I'm trying to interact with, if they were a little bit more passionate about it, because that's more fun for me as somebody who's in the content creator sphere. But this game could have Halo Infinite, Battlefield 2042 launch player numbers, and I still wouldn't care. Every time I play a Call of Duty game that people are a little bit mad at, they'll come into my chat and they'll say, hey, that game's dead, that game's dying, the Vanguard sold poorly, Cold War's a downgrade, Modern Warfare is full of campers, Black Ops 4 is bad. I agree with those people, but it doesn't matter. I don't base my enjoyment on the game on whether or not you like it or it's sold well in the UK. I don't give a shit. I think some of you need to be honest about whether or not you're interested in playing a good game or a relevant game. Now, it's arguable that Modern Warfare 2 currently isn't either, but I've already bitched so much about the balancing and the perk system and level of content we're getting in the seasons. I've already complained about that enough. This video isn't about that. I'm just telling you I don't care about its relevance, but I do hate seeing the community so dispassionate about the game. But the thing is you can't really recapture lightning in a bottle. Modern Warfare 2 is a sequel to Modern Warfare 2019, a game that for a lot of people, like it or not, set a standard for detail, fidelity, immersion, and just the Call of Duty experience they want. They set the standard back in 2019 with that release, and unfortunately, despite that game's issues, this game is forever in its shadow. This game could have come out and fixed every single MW 2019 issue, which it didn't, but it could have, and it still would be living in that old shadow. Not every Call of Duty sequel is as impactful as MW2 to COD 4 or Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 1. But that's because those games are over a decade old. The franchise shifts and moves, the formula shifts and moves and tries new things and introduces new gimmicks and mechanics like any game would, and especially any tragically annual game would. But we'll get to that right now. First of all, Call of Duty being an annual game means that the level of investment that adults are gonna have with the product is a lot lower than they would if the game was guaranteed to be around for 2 years. The rumor is that Sledgehammer is introducing a sequel to Modern Warfare 2 later this year that is going to fully integrate with Modern Warfare 2. That's the current rumor. If that's the rumor, I hope that full integration means I keep my camos, my weapons, my unlocks, all of that, but then they just maybe rework some systems, add some new maps, whatever. Essentially, Modern Warfare 2.5, Modern Warfare 3, whatever the hell they call it, Modern Warfare 2 Ghost Protocol, Modern Warfare 2 Infinite Warfare's Revenge featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series, whatever the hell they call it in Knuckles, I don't care. If I get to keep everything and it integrates, so let's say that my progress with the TAC 56 or my knowledge of the map Farm 18 is going to transfer to the next game, I'm more invested. I think if they want Call of Duty players to be more invested and more hyped, they should let them know that everything they're doing is going to matter by the end of this year. But Activision instead is being really cryptic, and leaks are being really cryptic about what we're actually getting being some sort of standalone expansion that fully integrates. I don't know. Apparently it's gonna have its own campaign and everything, so I imagine it's its own $60, $70 game, but if it integrates, then we're not losing anything. We're not shifting time periods. We're not going into a completely different universe with different guns and different maps and different operators with a whole different progression system. We're getting something that doesn't lose us anything. And being able to know that, I think, would allow us to be, again, more invested because we know it's not going to be gone in the next 7 months. Then there's a matter of post-launch content for this game. I don't care about the next Call of Duty. What the hell is going on with this one? I would like to see more multiplayer maps get teased, more weapons get teased. do more to tease us. Do little tiny interesting teasers. Do you guys remember when they had Ghost's face playing on all the TVs and screens in Modern Warfare 2019? Modern Warfare 2019's TVs still play that. That's a cool way to build hype for future seasons and content. And then the seasons and content need to be bigger and more interesting. They need to bait nostalgia. They need to be themed around something. Like, give us a World War II themed season that gives us COD 2 maps, maybe an MP44, an MP40, a Springfield, and a Garand, and then give us a playlist where we can play like COD 2 maps in the Modern Warfare engine. They can be slightly reworked, or I don't know, it'd be kind of cool if they were all covered in dust or snow and they looked really, really old like they should. Or maybe rework all of them so that they fit a modern time period but include World War II weapons just for that nostalgia, because this game doesn't have enough vintage firearm action in it. That'd be really neat to see. At least give me a 1911. A Modern Warfare 2 2009 season, a Modern Warfare 3 season, a COD 4 season, a Ghosts or Infinite Warfare season that focuses around those aesthetics and designs from those games. Just bait nostalgia. If you were 10 years old when Ghosts came out, you're like 20 years old now. They could totally bait your nostalgia if Call of Duty Ghosts was your first COD game. There are maps in Infinite Warfare, Ghosts, Modern Warfare 3 that just have never been remade. Bring them back in a themed season. Give us operators from those games. Do things that remind us of COD's history, but bringing it into a modern era with updated visuals and details, and hopefully some new gimmicks would be really nice. Doing things that build hype would be great for building hype. Can you blame streamers for not wanting to stream and YouTubers for not wanting to talk about the game if there's nothing new to talk about? Can you blame people for having a lack of investment in an annual franchise that's been annual for this many years? After 20 years of Call of Duty, Activision can't expect us to be just hyped all the time, and after 20 years of Call of Duty, the player base shouldn't expect to have their fucking socks blown off every release. Modern Warfare 2 is a sequel to Modern Warfare 2019. They weren't going to recapture lightning in a bottle. They weren't going to give you graphics like you've never seen before. They weren't going to show you an entirely new level of fidelity and detail between 2019 and 2022. I see people saying that MW 2019 is a prettier, more immersive, better designed game now. The COD cycle's real, right? But I think people need to be told you might be seeing Modern Warfare 2019 still through the lens of Modern Warfare 2019 being new. MW was a big deal when it came out. We hadn't had a realistically themed modern shooter in this franchise since, you could say Call of Duty Ghosts, but I'd honestly say Modern Warfare 3. The tactical, modern, contemporary military look and vibe, we hadn't had it in a while. Call of Duty Ghosts was sort of a weird post-apocalyptic, almost, dystopian sci-fi shooter. And Infinite Warfare was a sci-fi shooter. Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, World War II, Black Ops 4, we hadn't had something like Modern Warfare since, Modern Warfare 3. You weren't gonna recapture that hype, that intrigue, that return to form. You weren't gonna capture the hype of that in just a handful of years. And while Modern Warfare 2 deserves a lot of scrutiny, it's getting, I think, overly scrutinized because it's not living up to the hype that people built up in their minds. The last Infinity Ward title was so crazy next gen before next gen. It was so immersive and detailed and a return to form. And Modern Warfare 2 comes out, and it's honestly more of the same, if not a little bit more balanced in ways that make it boring. Modern Warfare 2 is to Modern Warfare 2019 what MW3 was to MW2. It's sort of more of the same, but balanced in ways that kinda suck a little bit of the love out of it. Don't get me wrong, Modern Warfare 2 has love, it has detail, it has passion behind it, but first of all, it's not a massive improvement in the ways of just spectacle, and it's not a massive improvement in terms of balance and design because it's repeating some of the same issues from MW 2019. So it's not a total improvement, it's not a total upgrade, and it's making some of the same mistakes. But make sure you're scrutinizing it for its design, not just the fact that it didn't blow you out of your seat like the game before it did just 2 years prior. Remember, they were spending years and years working on the Modern Warfare 2019 engine. They were spending so long. It was such just a project in the making for them. They brought back some of the original designers from the original Infinity Ward team to work on it. It was a big deal to make Modern Warfare 2019, and expecting that every time Infinity Ward releases a COD now, you're kind of crazy. But hype still needs to be built. Let players know that their investment matters. Let players know that they're getting new and more interesting content. Do a big rework patch with a big trailer for it. Go, hey, We heard your guys' complaints, and here's all of the major changes we're doing to Modern Warfare 2 to better suit the player base's needs. Because I can't imagine people are going to be that hyped for the next iteration of the Modern Warfare series that comes out this year, apparently, if the current Modern Warfare game doesn't start delivering soon. It would be so cool for them to do teasing and leaks and just fun little Easter eggs in the game to just make the community feel like they're waiting for something meaningful. Because instead, I just feel like I'm waiting. Waiting without knowing exactly what you're waiting for is a really disheartening, demoralizing experience for a player base. And that's honestly the solemn note I'm going to end this video on. Activision, Infinity Ward Raven, you can't be upset if people aren't hyped for your game if they don't even know what they're really hyped for. Season 2 of Modern Warfare 2 ends in 35 days. We'll be about a month older when Season 3 comes out. And I have no idea what Season 3 is going to hold. I have no idea whether or not I should be excited for it, but I know I'm not going to hear anything about it until about 7 days, 8 days before it releases. So until then, I'm just sort of sitting tight. Also, we could use some more double weapon XP weekends. That'd be really nice as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.